friends, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Mahim Sadeghi. I'm a 22-year-old Iranian polyglot and author. On my YouTube channel, I help you guys become a polyglot. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys all the resources that I used to learn English. Of course, I did not fully self-study English. When I was younger, I took English courses for 2 years. But later on, I self-studied English. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys my top favorite self-study books, apps, YouTube channels, and podcasts. So without further ado, let's get into the video. I'm going to be sharing with you guys my favorite vocab books, grammar books, and storybooks. As for my top favorite vocab book, I would love to suggest the Oxford Word Skill series. I believe that after finishing these 3 books, along with the grammar books, you'll be kind of okay with expressing yourself and communicating in English. At least that's what happened to me after finishing these 3 awesome books. So on one page, you can learn the new vocabulary using some examples or the English explanation. On the other page, you can find great questions and exercises to practice those words. If you are thinking about expanding your English knowledge and learning some advanced vocabulary, these 2 books are perfect for you guys. The Focus on Vocabulary 1 and 2. I highly recommend that if you guys want to take the IELTS exam, to read these 2 books. Now let's move on to my top favorite grammar books. Of course, you guys might have heard of these 3 books. There is not much I can tell about these books. I believe that by finishing these 3 books, you'll be done with the English grammar. By the way, if you guys cannot find these 6 books in your country, I have uploaded the PDF of these books on my Telegram channel, so you guys can check that out. You can find the link to my Telegram channel on the description box. Now let's move on to my favorite storybooks. There is something that you guys have to keep in mind. When you're self-studying English, you are like, okay, I have to study vocab and grammar, but in many cases we forget the importance of reading an actual text or an actual story. So in order to practice all those words that you have learned and all those grammars that you have mastered, you need to read a book. And by a book, I mean a book that suits your level, not a random difficult novel. So I recommend that you guys find some small children books, and you can just take a look and see if that suits your level, and you can buy those books. These are the books that I found in Iran. Of course, you can also find some books with the same style in your country. So what I like about these books is the fact that they are written for language learners. So basically, on the cover of these books, you can see the level. It's written A1, A2, B1, B2. So since these books are written for the language learners, on the bottom of these books, you can find the meaning of some of the new words. And usually at the end of these books, you can find some comprehension questions. They also include a CD. You can listen to the audiobook while reading the book. So it's an amazing way for you guys to learn a new language. But if your level is C1 or C2, you can basically read any book that you like. These are my top favorite books that I was like, why not? Let me recommend these books to you guys. Maybe you find it interesting as well. So these books are great if your level is around C1 or C2. So now let's talk about my favorite YouTube channels. If you already speak English, but you're thinking of maybe improving your English, I highly recommend these channels. Adam's English Lessons, LinguaMarina, English with Lucy, and English Class 101. Of course, there are hundreds of great YouTube channels where you guys can learn English, but these are just my top favorite channels. If your English is already good, I would highly recommend that you guys listen to TED Talks on a daily basis. Listening to TED Talks help you expand your knowledge on different topics and learn topic-related vocabulary. And last but not least, if you are a Persian language speaker and your English is not that good, I highly recommend that you guys check this YouTube channel out. It's called Bamboo Languages. They teach different languages, including English. It's perfect, you guys. Their channel is amazing. You can learn English from A1 to B2 for free with a Persian speaker. Now let's move on to my top favorite podcasts. So, I have many great podcasts to share with you guys, but these are the podcasts that are good for language learners. Let's just start with this podcast called English Pod 101. They also have a YouTube channel that I mentioned earlier, and they also have an app that I will introduce to you guys in a couple of minutes. So this is great. The English We Speak is another podcast that I really like. What they do is that through short podcasts of, let's say, 2 to 3 minutes, they teach you guys a new vocab. So imagine you are cooking or cleaning your room and listening to this podcast. You know, you can learn new vocabulary while doing your other tasks. So that's just great. If you love following the news, but your English is not that good to fully understand the news, I recommend that you guys listen to News in Slow English. So the thing that makes this podcast special, they talk slowly, and in some cases, if they use a new word or an advanced vocab, they try to explain it and teach it to you guys. So that's it. These are my top favorite podcasts. When it comes to English apps, there are many great apps out there, but many of them are not free. So these are some of the apps that are free. I don't want to go with Duolingo and basic stuffs. I want to go with some apps that probably not many people talk about. The first app is Innovative. Do you remember when I said English Pod 101 and English Class 101, they have an app? So yeah, here it is. This is the app. It's not like totally free, but it's still good. If you have a hard time memorizing English words, I highly recommend 6,000 Words. On this app, you can play different quizzes and games in order to memorize the new words. Since you are self-studying these languages, you do not have the opportunity to have your pronunciation checked by a native speaker. So I highly recommend that you guys download these two apps, Tandem and HelloTalk. On these two apps, you can find native speakers, and you can have a phone call with them or chat with them and practice your target language. Besides these two apps, you can also download Elsa. You can use this app and it helps you improve your pronunciation and speak fluently. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Don't forget to like this video if you found it helpful and subscribe to my channel. I hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye bye!